Hello, world, and welcome to my channel. I want to talk about how do we deal with people that have no heart. I've been dealing with some things, and one thing I can't deal with is lies, cheating, stealing, ordinary things that people do. I don't understand this world. I guess I don't get the reasons why people have to lie and people have to try to be people that they really are not. So I'm just going to get into it. I don't want to waste any more of your time. I just needed to do this to get some things off my chest. Have you ever crossed paths with someone who seemed completely without compassion? They lie without remorse. They ignore your pain and others' pain, and walked away as if your tears bleeding from your heart meant nothing. It leaves us wondering, at least me, how anyone could become so emotionally distant. Today, rather than focusing on condemning those people, I'd like to consider another possibility, if it's at all humanly possible. The world is full of liars and cheaters, especially at work. I just don't understand how people can be the way they are. Perhaps maybe their heart has been covered by years of disappointment, fear, or pain. I try to see the best in people, but when they continually do what they do, I continually ask myself, how do we deal with people that have no heart? I don't have the answer. I guess our challenge is not to become like them, but to remain the person God is shaping us to be. I guess everybody has walls that are built around them. We don't know what built those walls, or what could cause somebody to be the way they are. Many of us carry invisible wounds. Some were never shown kindness. Like most of us, we learn to hide emotion to survive in a world as evil as the one we live in. Pain often builds walls that eventually become prisons. Ezekiel 36:26 reminds us that God alone can replace a heart of stone with a heart of flesh. People can change, but only when they allow God to work within them. If we don't allow God to work within us, or whoever you believe is your higher power, we'll never be able to escape the walls that have been built around us. Most of the time, we try to protect our hearts. When we are repeatedly hurt, bitterness quickly knocks at our own door, which I felt today. My heart hurts for people. We're here on this earth to try to help each and every one of us. We try to help each other. When you're thrown into a situation and into a place of evil, you try to figure out the whys people act the way they do. And then we begin to expect the worst from everyone. So we build walls. That is the moment we must choose differently. Do not allow another person's actions to write the story of your character. I struggle with it. It's hard when you continually are lied to. When someone says they're doing something and they're doing nothing to help others. Something that my heart just cannot stand. That's why I try to protect my heart. We need to forgive, but we have to have boundaries. Forgiveness is releasing the desire for revenge. Trust me. I want revenge. I want revenge for the lies, the hurt that's caused to other people. It's not pretending that the hurt never happened. Heavenly boundaries are acts of wisdom, not hatred. You can wish someone well while refusing to give them another opportunity to wound you. I choose prayer over bitterness. Prayer changes us as much as it changes those we pray for. Instead of asking why someone is so cold, ask God to heal what made them that way. Is it easy? No. A transformed heart is always a greater victory than winning an argument. Something I need to learn is to leave justice to God. Romans 12:19 reminds us that justice belongs to God and to God only. That truth frees us from carrying anger that only becomes heavier with time. When we release revenge, we make room for peace. The old expression, let go and let God, is hard. Trust me. It's not easy. If someone has deeply wounded you, remember this. Do not let their lack of compassion become your identity. Continue to choose kindness, wisdom, forgiveness, and hope. The world has enough hardened hearts. It desperately needs people whose hearts still care. Your compassion may become the very thing that points someone else towards healing. I can sit here all day long and tell you the words that I think about, that I write about. None of it's easy. None of it is something that is easily handled. I struggle with the world. I struggle with the way it is. I struggle with the way the people are. At the end of the day, I can only do what I can do. I can't help those who don't want to be helped. I can't make decisions for those who don't want to make a decision, who only care about themselves and nobody else. I'm talking about the corporate world. There's so much hatred. There's so much jealousy, strife. There's so much uncaring in a place that should have nothing but caring on their minds, in their hearts, in their most inner soul. We have forgotten how to care. We have forgotten how to share. We have forgotten what a heart is for. Today I'm hurting for the people of this world. Today, I almost gave up on life itself. Today was a day of a day of unbelief in how people can sit there and continually lie to you, and they're able to go home and sleep. I want nothing for myself. I need nothing for myself. I'm only trying to help others. If we could just do that one person at a time, if we could think beyond our pocket just for a minute and ask ourselves, what if it were me? What if it was me and my family that was hurting? What if it was me and my family that never saw me because of how many hours I had to work? And yet we keep going back to the same place. because we hope that it'll change. If there's people who sit above only care about themselves and what they receive at the end of the year, things will never change. They'll always be the same and eventually get worse. So I leave you with this. Try not to build a wall. Instead, try to break it down. One swing of the hammer at a time. Try love instead of hate. Try understanding instead of bitterness. Try the truth. It shall set you free. All right, y'all. If I've spoken anything that makes a difference to you, if any of it has made you feel better, please like, share, or not. Don't make it my words, make it your own. Tell someone you love them today. Tell someone you care and that you'll fight with them and for them. All right, y'all. Peace. Love you.